Y'all are funny. Oh my God, these comments. It hadn't even started yet. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all just come in here with the shenanigans, huh? Is this the shenanigans chat room? I guess I could have just left this chat up and y'all would have just entertained yourselves. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Y'all are a mess. Someone said, I'll be back. Romel, I actually have a cousin named Romel. Well, my cousin's husband's name is Romel. Romel said, I will be back. His voice is annoying and it's on repeat. What? What? Golly. You guys are a tough crowd, man. Jay said, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay. We're here. We're here. We're here. We've talked about everything over the last couple of days. We're going to keep this real cute, very much lunchtime. If you are in Europe, it's very much almost dinner time. So we're not going to keep you very long. Okay. Megan and Mrs. X came right in and were like, oh my God, did he get released? No, sis. No, 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 no. No. The title is The Real Strawberry Letter, the release effectuated immediately, which is a quote from the affidavit where she said she wanted his release effectuated immediately. Okay. The streets are safe. Okay. I had to come and drop an emergency comment when I saw what was going on in here. I was like, oh, it's going to be a doozy today. Okay. Okay. Everything is okay. Miss Megan, Megan says everything is okay. The streets are still safe. Yes. I put an official press release. The streets are safe. Okay. Okay. You guys are funny, okay? You guys are so funny. Okay. New overlay. What do you think? Don't all react at once. And don't I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So don't play with if you don't like the overlay, keep it to yourself. I'm just joking. Okay. Let me hold on one second. Let me our dogs are safe. Girl, you better not that man. Shirley, I'm just feeling like Shirley is feeling real sassy right now and like she got away with something. Like, I don't know. Someone in my comments said she could be in Cali. I hadn't heard that, but I don't know if that's true or not, sis. I do not know. If I were her, I might want to leave Georgia. Like, that actually could be a very good idea because Georgia hadn't hit on nothing for her. Okay. Georgia has been problems, okay, for ma'am. So that might actually be a very good idea. But I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not in a position to tell ma'am anything of what to do. So I don't know what she has decided to do with herself. But whatever she decides to do, be safe. Okay. That's all I can say is be safe with it. Okay. Um, hopefully I got this right. Um, hold on a second. Okay. So, today we are going to talk about the real strawberry letter. We talked about this yesterday. We had the copy from Chronicle Speaks. Hello, everyone. I feel like I just saw y'all earlier over at Love Lies and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. We were over there with Keisha Kaylee. She is a vlogger in Atlanta and she's got her own situation going on. And we were going through some videos. Keisha hates her house. Keisha has all first world problems. She can't stand her house and she's trying to get it sold. So that's what we were talking about earlier. And I feel like I saw all of you guys over there. If I didn't, go over there, check it out, see what was going on. Today, I really want to discuss the real strawberry letter. And what do I mean by that? This is the letter, this is the affidavit that was dropped off into Superior Court. We went over the bail hearing. So we did all of that yesterday and we talked about this briefly, but I had a bootleg copy from Chronicle Speaks channel and we couldn't really totally digest it. So we're just going to get into a little something something and I'm not going to keep y'all long. You guys is going to keep it very cute and you guys can go back and enjoy your lunch and all of the things. Okay. So let me see. Can I share this right now? Oh, I guess it's not bad, but can you guys even read that? Let me see. Is that good enough? Or let me just, should I do it like this? Then you guys can really see, right? Okay. Um, uh, let me just, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. And okay. This is my opinion. Okay. This is all obviously this is a document. Someone in the comments said, did Erica King forge this? First of all, we're going to take this matter seriously and we're just going to say, I don't think so. Oh, you know what? One other thing. Okay. Erica King, no, because Erica King has been told to stay away from the defendant. That's number one. Number two, this was admitted by Krell Lewis, who was the public defender at the time. And no, this is a actual document. This was actually uploaded to Fulton County. And I believe this to be an actual factual document. Let me show you guys one other thing though. Am I okay? Let me show you guys something before I show you guys this. Um Today is, if you did not know, hopefully this is accurate. Today I think is Marjorie Harvey's birthday. Am I right on that? Steve Harvey on today at 7:44 a.m. said, "Happy birthday to my queen." I know Shirley is out here windmilling somewhere because she doesn't have anybody to do her like Steve does Marjorie. You know what I'm saying? Was there a little hateration there? Because Steve is always out here windmilling and supermaning on them hoes for Marjorie. Absolutely. Somebody come for Marjorie. Steve is not playing. Okay. Shirley's out here windmilling and boxing for herself. Ernesto is in the cut over there in Cobb County and talking to Sonya and everything else. I can't see, but it's okay. I will listen. You can't see? Oh, what are you doing? Um I found your channel and love your commentary. Okay, back to the bushes. Hey, a soft place to land. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. I drive for a living. Okay, and then so later you can just watch back. I just pulled my bus over to the side. Time to listen to my favorite soap opera as the scam turns. Okay, Mr. Kevin. Ladies, one of our male audiences in the house, one of our 25% male. Yes. Welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Steve Harvey is out there protecting, professing, and providing for his queen. I know that must make a woman who is not protected and provided and professed about feel away. It really does. It can make the women go crazy. Okay. Anyway, Marjorie is celebrating a birthday today, and Steve selected a photo of happier times when they were vacationing on the yacht barefoot and enjoying in an all white ensemble and kissing. And the caption read, "Happy birthday to my queen, hashtag Marjorie Harvey." Okay. Okay. Twitter is funny, guys. Let me get up off of here because is Twitter is its own thing. Um, it's the way she looks at me. Okay, because she knows you've got bucks, sir. And that was her birthday picture from last year. The picture that I love so much. That was his picture, birthday girl, October. So Marjorie Harvey, guys, we put it together. Marjorie is October 10th. And sis is a whole Libra. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. So I would be remiss if we did not go ahead and wish Mrs. Harvey a happy, happy birthday. Okay. October 10th is her special day. Okay. All right, let's get up off of that. All right. Welcome everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much. And if you're new here and you want to be in the chat, go ahead. Just make sure you have to be subscribed because it's a subscriber chat only. Um, Welcome. Yes, thank you, pineapples. And don't forget to say hi to someone. We like to keep it social in here. You guys have had some great, 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 great comments. Another thing, let's do this too. I'm gonna share. Let me share this screen. Let's go through some of these polls real quick. Is this the channel? Okay, here we go. Okay. Bougie and Shirley. So this is a poll that I put up. Can we see it like this? Yes. Okay. This is a poll that I put up. Can you guys see this? No, not yet. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. This is a poll that I put up September. What was the date on this? Oh my god. This is a poll from September 28th. 586 of you have voted. 586 of you voted. 56 likes, 12 comments. And Bougie Gang, Shirley and Nesto topic. Please vote how you feel and comment below. Ready for Shirley's comeback story. Still loving the throwbacks. Nesto's court and trials. Bring it on. It doesn't matter, all of the drama and the tea. Steve and Marjorie, we hadn't forgotten about you. Okay. It was 55% of you guys were ready for court and the trial. Bring it on. Okay. If you want to, you just have to go down through the community posts and you'll see that it was on September 28th. We hadn't gone through any of these polls. This is another poll. This poll is from October 1st. Let me click on this one. Hopefully you guys can see all of this. Okay. October 1st, 413 of you voted. Steve and Shirley, inside circle. Steve is a good boss. Steve and Shirley are longtime coworkers. Mississippi Monica, the ops, was doing her job. Steve is messy and mad at bloggers, and Shirley needs to be making plans. Okay, you guys are a mess. 58% of you guys said Shirley needs to be making plans. Okay. I got to check the comments on this one. Shirley doesn't really need to be fired. She just needs to stop the strawberry letter. She ain't qualified. No mo. Why didn't MM warn Shirley about the calls and comments about Nesto? I feel like the whole crew is messy, but I've never really listened to their show. Steve is a messy jerk for real, though. Wow, you guys don't hold back. Shirley will be let go as more and more calls drop and the trials start. Shirley is bad for the brand. The blogs are talking, but eventually Shirley's husband's case and all the details will go public. My mom is Shirley's age and she thinks Shirley called Steve fat. My mom is not on social media, and when I get her the ketchup, my mom be like, "What? Uh I did I did. Why hear all that?" Okay. Which, okay, that's very, very valid. Shirley should be making plans just on her age alone. Doing a 5 a.m. daily has to be wearing on her. She should be able to pick and choose at this point. Absolutely. I mean, she has definitely earned her stripes. This woman has been working for a long minute, right? We should be allowed to select more than one option. Let's take that up with Google and YouTube. They only gave me what I had, sis. She definitely needs to be making plans. Her plan should her plan should have been last year with this heathen when this heathen got arrested. Okay. All right, let's keep going. You guys read the comments, they're there. Shirley, the strawberry letter. This was on October 1st, guys. All right, we're getting caught up. The strawberry letter, Shirley, and her job. I guess I've got lots of questions. I used to be in talent acquisition and HR. That's my background for over 20 years, 25 years. And that's my background, guys. So, yes. Um the strawberry letter, Shirley, and her job. These are the options. Safe. She makes it She makes it to a okay, she's safe. She makes it to a new contract. That's the option number 1. Option number 2, strawberry letter canceled and slowly retire. Everything is okay behind the scenes. Liability and too much for Steve Harvey morning show. And one more messy drag about Steve, and Shirley is on notice. I almost feel like Shirley is on notice already when Steve reminded her about her contract. Let me see what you guys are saying. Um so, girl, this too shall pass. Would you stop that? You guys are funny. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. It's safe until the ratings start to drop. Absolutely. Okay, let me get back to this other side. So I'm not in the comments right now, but 373 of you voted, 19 comments, 52 likes. Guys, the number one answer was strawberry letter canceled and slowly retire, Shirley. That's what the streets are telling you at this moment. Where is my sound effect? Hold on again. Where is my wah, 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 wah? Ah! Shirley, everybody says, girl, hang it up and just let it fade away. Okay. All right, guys. Next poll. And this was the one from last night. If all of these polls are still open, so if you have not voted, it's not too late. All you have to do is go to my community wall and just scroll on down and get to it, okay? Last night, if Ernesto got out of jail tomorrow, not today, tomorrow is tomorrow is tomorrow, okay? It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It could be any day tomorrow, not today. If Ernesto got out of jail tomorrow, would Shirley let him come home? Keep in mind the real strawberry letter to the court, affidavit 62623. She said he could come home. Okay. 429 of you voted. 18% said no. And 82% of y'all said he could come on home. Come on home, baby. Baby, come home. I think she would consider taking him back, but I guarantee he wants to go with Sonia unless he can't leave the state. Now that he no longer has access to her money, SS is of no more use to him. Even if he can't leave Georgia, he'll arrange it so Sonia can come. Sonia is his Erica King. Sonia is his jack of all trades. Person who can do a lot of stuff, a lot of wheeling and dealing, and doesn't mind dealing in the fuckery. Okay, look, we can't be wasting them draws and socks. Okay. Karen Soto is in trouble with me. Even I'm gonna give her a heart so she knows I read her comment, but that doesn't mean I agree with it. Look, we can't be wasting the drawers and socks she bought. Shirley, just donate those clothes and unused underwear and socks to the homeless shelter, which can be appreciated. Okay, he ain't coming home, sis. You can do better. It's like, sis, you can do better. Okay, go on with your life, girl. You can do better. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, there's more. Okay. Um Jay said, I really hope that she wouldn't. I pray that she has had enough humiliation. If she allows him to come back, then she needs to lose her job because that would really mean her credibility, that all credibility lost. If anything, I think he would be the one choosing not to get back together. He has no need for her anymore unless he would finesse her into giving him more money. That six-figure paycheck kicked back in, right? So it was confirmed on documentation that sis makes a nice chunk of change over there. And sis could have had Birkins and Bentleys and all of that. I mean, if you're making, you know, 2 to 500,000 a year, sis should be sitting very nicely, right? And forget about paying rent for your daughter. You could have bought her a house. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she needed to, but she could have. I think she would consider taking him back, but I guarantee he wants to go with Sonia. Okay, we read that one already. Shirley thinks God sent Nesto. He may have, but it could have been a test, not, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know. We don't know. It's the mysteries of God. But at the end of the day, if she thinks that he sent Nesto, why? Why would God send you somebody so challenged? If you're not a miracle worker, a dream fulfiller, a way maker, and all of those things, he sent her a damn challenge of the century. Why would God do that to you? Um, I have no idea. But if that's what she thinks that if that's the best that God can offer to her, um, that's her business. You know what I'm saying? She can't you just hear her saying some ish like that? I can, but I think that she should know that like everyone's the you know a very overused expression on YouTube streets, God don't bless mess, okay? She shouldn't be talking to him. Look, Shirley's not trying to do another 10-year celibacy stint like she did before getting with Scam Nesto. Girl, he comes with the liquid LV. Sis is hooked, okay? um she told that man when she met him she's looking for a boyfriend. Damn right. Okay. Damn right, she want that D, her husband, back home if that's where he chooses to reside, just like the affidavit said. Question is, what home is he coming to? Surely gonna jump onto Nasty Nesto and wrap her legs around him like Whitney did to Bobby, bare feet and all. I love you guys. You guys are so much fun. Okay. Did you guys not see that? Okay, you guys saw that. Okay, let's move on. Let's moving right along, guys. We are moving. Okay, moving. Like Nesto said, moving. You remember how I move? Move. Wasn't that disgusting when he said that? Moving. Yes, moving. You know how I do. Okay, let's get with the real strawberry letter here. Let's get down to the business. Okay, let's handle this business. Okay. We talked about this yesterday, so this is nothing new. If you missed yesterday's program, this is where we're at. This is the affidavit that was filed regarding case number 22SC184402. And at the end of the day, this was filed into Fulton County Superior Court. Shouts out to Sylvia for sharing. Sharing is caring, and thank you so much. A lot of this stuff is available. On the Fulton County Magistrate, but you have to go and get all of the information. You got to go to one site to get all of the case numbers. Then you got to go to another site to do the request. Once you do the request, some things you can download for free, some things you have to pay per page. So thank you to Sylvia for sharing. Also, just know that, the Freedom of Information Act is real and you do have access to certain things. You do have to share your information, who you are, why you're requesting it. Are you a blog? Are you just being nosy? Whatever. I would say probably have a good reason why you would be requesting it. But at the end of the day, I just put down I'm a blogger. And that seems to work because I did request a couple of documents. So I just want to also test out the process to see how it works because I'm not used to doing this. I usually deal in the realm of mommy content. And even though Shirley is a mommy, so it does fit in, and she's also a grandmommy. I haven't had to request documents on the mommies that I cover, but this has been a great exercise for me to learn some new additional skills from some of the other dolls out here that are doing the good work of the YouTube streets and kind of learning some and adding some additional skills to my toolkit. So I've kind of appreciated this process of the Shirley and Nesto drama because, like I said, it's allowed me to do some different things that I hadn't done before and expand my blogger skills, right? Anyway, let's get into it, right? This is in the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia. This is a official document. This is a document that was posted to his case, okay? And it is a sealed document by a notary signed on the 24th day of June. And it states regarding Ernest, and notice his name is spelled incorrectly, but that fits in with all of his aliases. Okay. This is an affidavit of Shirley Strawberry personally appeared before the undersigned officer duly authorized by law to administer oaths came Shirley Strawberry, who, after being duly sworn and deposed, states as follows. Now, this is what I'm going to say. I think there was a question yesterday. Maybe Sylvia was live yesterday, and someone mentioned that her name was Clark. Shirley's maiden name is Clark. Now, having this signed by a notary, and when a notary is signing documents, they're going to ask for IDs to make sure who they are talking to, who is signing these documents. I mean, Shirley's maiden name is Clark, but her name may actually be Strawberry. I don't know how she came to that name, but if Jimmy Strawberry, Michael Straw, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to debate who the baby father is, who the ex-husband is, who anybody. I don't know enough about the Strawberry reference to know who that woman got the Strawberry name from, but I would imagine that the notary would have checked ID to be able to validate, because that's what they're doing, is that the person who's standing before them is the person who they're documenting. So I would imagine she would have something that states Strawberry on it. So I'm just going to throw that in, right? My name is Shirley Strawberry. I am 21 years of age. I am over 21 years of age and I reside in Fulton County. The facts in this declaration are based upon my own personal knowledge. Number two, I am the wife of the defendant. So, more than likely, at the time of this, on June 24th, when she signed this, she's stating she is the wife of the defendant who is named above, which is right here, right? My husband is listed as defendant in case 22SC 184402 before the Fulton Superior Court. Number four, I have been told that in one or more of the cases pending before the court, I have been identified as either a victim of his or a witness to a purported criminal act of his, to which I respond, I'm neither. So she says she's not a victim. And she says she's also never seen him in any of these criminal acts that he might be standing in judgment of at this moment, or yeah, any of his pending cases, as far as her being a victim of them or her being a witness of them. Yeah, I'm neither. So, okay. It is my intention that the court know once and for all that I am not afraid of my husband, that I wish for him to be released with no conditions as regards to me, that I wish for him to be able to reside with me, and that is on June 24th, 2023, or wherever he elects to reside, and that his release be effectuated immediately. It is further my declaration that I have never made known to anyone at any time prior or since his arrest any desire contrary to that which is contained in this affidavit. And if the contrary understanding has been previously conveyed to the court or any other, they have been deceived. I have not been threatened, coerced, or harassed in any way by any person to cause me to issue this declaration. So say I, Shirley Strawberry. And that's it. That was 3 months ago, guys. I mean, it's been a little over 3 months ago, but let's say 3 months and 2 weeks or whatever. She was ready for him to come home. She was ready for Boo Boo to come home. S- A month ago, there's divorce proceedings, of which maybe she knows now that she's not really married to this dude. I don't know. But that's why after everything, I don't doubt that it's possible that Ernesto could still find a way back to Shirley. I think. I don't know what you guys, well, 80, what was it, 82% of you guys said that, let me see what it said. Last night I asked you guys, 429 of you voted if Ernesto got out of jail tomorrow, today, tomorrow, next week, whatever, in the future, if and when Ernesto gets out of jail, would Shirley let him come home? And 82% of you guys said yes. Okay. Something ain't adding up. LOL, Shirley being sketchy. I don't know. I thought it was just a name she used for the morning show. I don't know. I mean, maybe she actually legally changed her name. I'm not sure. But a notary, if you live by an alias or something, say like you have a stage name or something, I would imagine that they would say so and so known as blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Maybe they would list both names. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I mean, when I got married, obviously I changed my name, but I don't go by my maiden name anymore. But, during that difficult time of having to change your name and, people like your name is one thing and then you've changed it to another thing and you're changing it in all of these systems and enough time goes by that now you're known by your new name. It does take a while. Let's see. That is her real name. So that's her married name. So Clark is her maiden name, I guess. And then Strawberry was maybe her first married name. And then Williams, I always think it's a bad sign when someone doesn't change their name when they get married, but that's just me. Why did she give him the option of residing where he wants to? I would imagine is what you're saying, right? Because she wants that ninja home. She wants that ninja home. She probably thinks he was just talking to Sonia on the phone for something to do. When was it filed? Right here, sis. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can make it big for you guys. Um. All right. Let me make this into a one pager. Okay. See that? Fulton Superior Court, 62623. If you guys were here yesterday and we heard from the bumbling attorney, do you remember Mr. Crail Lewis, his public defender? Do you remember him saying, Judge Manning, I've got a affidavit for Mrs. Strawberry. I'm going to submit it to the court. She wants her privacy. Do you remember that? If you don't, watch the live that was posted here yesterday, not the live last night on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, but the live from yesterday. We talked about that. We also watched the video. This is that affidavit. So one of the court proceedings that we watched, it was the first bail hearing, where they were talking. It was a longer one, about 20 minutes. That one, because we watched two yesterday. It was the first in the series that we watched. That hearing was actually, so this affidavit was signed on 624 by Shirley and it was submitted to court on 626. Okay. If Shirley Strawberry is broke, hold on one second. I'm looking on two screens. If Shirley Strawberry is broke, that means she is buying all those lavish gifts for herself, making people think that Nasty Nesto was giving it to her. If Shirley is broke, that means she was buying all of those lavish gifts for herself. Shirley, I don't know. She said he was buying her gifts. He bought her that ring with allegedly. He purchased her that ring allegedly with some monies that belonged to other people, which kicked off the theft by deception situation. But apparently that has they've decided not to move ahead with that. And that's a whole nother situation. So this is the page one of the document, maybe so you can see it a little closer. Okay. This is the real strawberry letter right here, y'all. This is what I'm like. This is when she on September 1st and she did that whole thing with Steve, this is what she needed to read because that's what's really real right there. She wanted that man home, okay? What changed between because the hearing on that day, the day that guy, the day Crail Lewis, his public defender, submitted this document, Majeski was on that particular day said that he's a flight risk due to him having conversations with the girlfriend. There have been jail calls that they've listened to and were aware that he had a girlfriend and he was making plans to go to Florida. So Shirley didn't know any of that. And it's possible she didn't, but you know what? I bet you if she would have answered the police calls when they asked her to bring herself down to the police station that they had important information to share with her, she might have been able to find all of that out. But because she decided to ignore going downtown to talk to the police and to listen to what they had to say, sis got caught blindsided and got embarrassed at her good job. Okay? She's just letting the state know that if he is that he has a home with her in the event that he can live with her or as his wife at the time, right? Because we have to put those air quotes up. We're going to just assume she did not know because point number 2 on this affidavit states that she is his wife. So I don't know that she would want to commit perjury by saying she's his wife if she didn't know he was his wife. But at the time that this affidavit was signed, we're going to just go on a limb and say she was not aware she was not his wife because this would be perjury and this would be like a dumb technicality to have some legal problems about, right? So we're going to just go with she was under the assumption that her marriage was legal and she was letting it be known that if he gets out of jail, he has a home. He can come to be with her or wherever he elects to reside, which may have been her letting people know that she was aware that maybe he did have a girlfriend or something was going on, but he's still welcome to come home because she's old school like that and they're on some Bonnie and Clyde. Um, I was just so nosy and went to the man's IG and sure enough was in Georgia visiting his son and his son's kids and the same relatives. He could reside wherever he's allowed to reside by the state. Absolutely. He'll have an ankle monitor if he ever gets, you know what I mean? If he ever gets out divorced, hence she got to keep name as part of the settlement. Okay. Yes, she should have gone back then. Let's see. If Shirley Strawberry is broke. Okay, we read that one already. She was okay. I don't know anything about that situation, so you guys talk about that, but that is her maiden name, yes. And I want to say it's Clark with an E on the end, but I'm not 100% sure that. I want to compare the signature of this affidavit with the lease in 1990, if there is one. That would be probably over at Pam's channel. Pam read through that yesterday, Jackson and Jackson Tabasco. I don't know that she sign that lease? Oh, thank you, Gwen. I see that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Gwen Wilson. I appreciate you. Um, you all need to start fact checking. Yeah, I mean, some of the details I'm not interested in. Whoever Strawberry was and is that sis got acquired the Strawberry name from isn't relevant to the facts of this case for me. If it's relevant for you guys, that detail, that's why I'm kind of glossing over those because it's not relevant to the facts of this case. The interesting thing to me about Shirley's last name is that she didn't pick up Williams. That's an interesting fun fact because you get remarried. I mean, Strawberry does have some cachet and it is kind of a radio-ish type name, but in terms of like the facts of this case, it's not relevant for me. Um, the debate continues, just like there's people in the comment that like to debate how old Shirley is or isn't. And I'm talking about the people in the comments. Absolutely. I hear you. I hear you. Absolutely. Um, so, okay. But yeah, this was the real strawberry letter to me. I don't know what you guys think about this. I think that this is a minor major detail. This is a major document in all of this in the tea aspect of what's going on. This isn't going to get him out of jail, but what this tells us, the folks that are sipping the tea out here on the YouTube streets, is that sis door was still open for homie. Homie the clown has underwear and socks and shirts and a bed waiting at Shirley's house. Okay. That's what this letter says. This affidavit says to me. Okay. Um, as far as it being earth shattering and changing lives, no. But this just means that up until like well into this year, well into calls stopped on the logs, well into not being able to verify any communication with any of his loved ones because I think that he's using someone else's account to make his calls. Um, and I say it like that because I have nothing to back that up other than that there's no calls and there's lots of he's calling people, but they're not picking up. I think he's giving people a signal to call him. Like he's calling, they're not picking up, and they know to call him on the good pin, the pin that hasn't been tracked and traced yet of whoever his homie is that he's able to share calls with. Um, in the beginning of September, in the very beginning of September. That's a good question. So let's say the her strawberry letter call was September 11th. I would say somewhere in the end of August, beginning of September. I'd have to go back to see. I mean, some of us were talking about this well before the calls hit the streets, but once the calls hit the streets, they started answering some questions. Even though the calls at the time were 10 months old, it was answering some questions and it was checking off some boxes and it provided some additional awareness, right? Um, but great question. Did you think SS will be at the court date? Um, maybe when his trial starts. I'm not sure what the hearing is on the 17th. But we know the YouTube streets will be there because Sylvia is going to be there taking notes and reporting back to the YouTube streets on her channel. And we will be watching and waiting and listening. But yeah, the YouTube streets will be there. That's most important, right? If Shirley shows up, that would be very cute. I mean, it would be nice for her to support her man if that's what she's actually doing, but maybe she doesn't want to be seen because Shirley is very much aware of her presence and seems to, in the calls that were released this weekend, the two sets of calls regarding the trucks and everything, Shirley seems to feel some sort of uneasiness with the public as if everyone knows who she is and the people that know who she is may not mean her good. Because she's like, even going to the gas station is dangerous and all kinds of stuff. Like she's got herself worked up about how many people actually really recognize her, which I think it's of a certain age group. Young people don't know who that woman is. And if they do know who she is, they're not checking for no Shirley like that. So she seems to think, and then even remember when she mentioned, "Oh, I might need a bodyguard when you get out of jail." Like nobody, Shirley, you're gonna be just fine, sis. I'm sure with no makeup on and not one of your designer outfits on, you're just giving middle-aged woman just like anybody else, okay? Um, okay. So I like I said, I don't know what hearing that was. Like, are they listening to the facts of the case? Like, is the trial starting or is this just a hearing? I don't know. But if it's a trial, if they are commencing with the conversations regarding if the case is opening up, then maybe sis will be there. She might be there in her little duster and outfit in the blue, or do you think she'll wear the pink? I'm just joking. Sis might be there. Sis very well might be there. She has never said, okay, I'm not getting into that aspect. You guys talk about that in the comments. I don't know it. Like I said, guys, let's just be easy and just remember that it's not like we're not even discussing Sheridan. Like Sheridan knows who her daddy is. And as far as anything else, like it's not relevant to this case. You know, that's a losing battle for me because I don't know who her baby daddy is, and I don't know if her baby daddy is her ex husband, and who her ex husband is, and I've heard a couple of different names of which are not relevant to this conversation, so that's why I'm staying out of it. No one is checking for Shirley. Girl, it's just a fascinating story, period. Exactly, absolutely. When was her last phone call with him? Let's see. Let me hold on. Let me do I have I think I have the first disc in my computer. Hold on one second. Let me it's been a minute. Was it March or April? It might have been April. Hold on a second. Uh, Guys, I had to go buy a damn CD DVD thing cuz this was some old school technology from Cobb County. Okay, let's see. Let me Is this just number 2? Remember when you put like CDs and DVDs in and you have to blow on them? Girl, I so appreciate digital. Okay. Let's let this load up. Let's let this load up. Um I know you guys have heard the last call. The last call was actually in Phone Calls from Prison episode 1. Okay. Nobody's checking for Shirley. Okay. Shirley said she needs to get a bodyguard. She doesn't want to pump her own gas. Girl, she thinks she is Prime Minister so and so from the Bahamas. She's the Prime Minister's wife. Is the court date open to the public? I believe so. Yes. If he didn't switch pins with someone, wouldn't it still be phone calls, but with someone else instead? That would be if he switched pins and that person was using. There were a couple of phone calls from somebody. Girl, let me tell you, the person who was making calls on his account, there were like about 3 or 4 phone calls. I'm not lying. It sounds like, hello, did Ralphie make it home? Like, just either a drunk or I don't know what is wrong with that person. I had to buy an external DVD. Yes. Um yeah, I mean, it was just a mess. You got pencil? Yeah, he can't collect it. I had the accent better cuz the last time I did it, I had just listened to it. She was like, "You got pencil? He can't take no collect calls." I mean, I'm not even doing it. I'm not giving it any justice. The last time I did it, it was kind of a little bit spot on, but it's been a minute since I've listened to it. Let me see what I can do. Um, did it load all the way? It's like a whole it's like a whole zip thing and it's got its own proprietary software And the way that you have to use it is that you have to like transfer the file, and then you got to go and convert the file from a wave to a MP3, or you just have to listen to it on your computer. Um Hold on a second. Let me see what I can. It's going to take a second. Just and then I got to open up the player. There's a player in the disc, and then you just play it from your computer, but you guys can't always hear it. Let me see. And I never know what's going to be set. That's why I'm like, okay. Because the next thing you know, it's like, hey, can you call so and so? And then, because there's stuff you don't, the calls are definitely edited some, because there can be information that's call so and so at such and such number. And then, that stuff has to be edited out. So it can be, it's a job. Does anyone know if Shirley's still on the radio? Yes. I was speaking with someone who worked with her in LA. She doesn't like to be around people who aren't rich. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, people who are rich might not like to be around her because she's in the shits, but hey, she might have been a little bit jelly of Marjorie because Marjorie is over there hanging out with Chris Jenner and company. Marjorie is the wife of a wealthy man, and she hangs out with the other rich women. Um, and we're talking and rich, but Shirley, that's her business. The commentator said that Shirley is stuck up. Really? This is a very unstuck up situation. This is not the time to be stuck up when you got something going on like this. This is bad. Um, well, her and Nesto are one and the same then. Yeah, they're not hitting on nothing right now. Okay. All right, this is still loading, believe it or not. This is not the latest technology. But from Cobb County, it's a disc. And then you have to load the disc into your player, and then the player has to load, and then you have to up it's called player IQ, and that's the thing that plays the calls in your computer. But it's not easy, but you can take a entry from player IQ and download it to your computer, and then you have to run it through a converter to take it from a wave to a MP3. So it's a laborious process. That's why I'm like, it's a lot. She needs to take a leave of absence from the show. Let the story die down. She's looking, but I don't think she can afford to take time off. Sis doesn't have any money, allegedly, right? Yes, she would let him come home or to her friend's back room. Oh, Tasha and Ronald's house. Hi, Creole Gem. How are you? What's going on? Hi, Rhonda. She kept saying everyone wants her life. Nobody wants that mess. Okay, hopefully I got the right disc in. Let's see. Okay. When was the last call from Shirley? Okay. Hold up. When was the last call? The last call was on 6/13. That was the last call, but she did not pick up. Now, the last actual phone call that's registered. Now, I have calls all the way up to August 25th. I haven't requested anything new. I might request another one just to see if there's anything or just what the missed call log looks like. Um, but let's see. That was on the last actual call, and I think this is on phone calls from prison, I believe. And that was on April 14th, right? And that was like a 1-minute phone call. But prior to that, I mean, the calls were getting few and far between. Um, Now they could have been talking on the iPad. The iPad could have been registering calls differently. Also, keep in mind they can be messaging. Okay. Now there's a ton of missed calls. if we listen to, okay, this is what we're going to do. I don't want to say we're going to do this later tonight, but this is what we're going to do. I have been saying I wanted to go back through call number 1 on phone calls from prison. Maybe depend I don't yeah. We'll do that tomorrow morning or tomorrow at some point. Um, and we can talk about it because I think that there's a lot in there, but let me see. Let me just do this real quick. Let me see if I can figure this out because all right, let me take that off. Okay, let's do this. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, but let me see. I wonder if this is just a do they even really get to talk? Let's Okay. Uh okay, 1 second. Pause. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, I'm gonna have to put a cover because I cannot let you guys see my screen. Let's see. You guys gotta tell me if you can hear this. To share audio, share the tab or screen instead. Also share the audio. All right, tell me, can you hear this? Can you hear this? Oh, okay.
You have to talk this out, call back, and call back.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear this?
Okay. What y'all eat for breakfast over there?
What about now?
I'm drinking some tea, and I ate some little, like tea cookies, and Debbie's eating some chicken and rice.
Oh.
Yes, you can hear. Okay, good. This is a very, very short
eat
call.
Eggs at night.
You know what? That's true. That's true. That's true. Thank you. You're sure right. I sure missed them pancakes.
This is
too.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
that is the last call, and that is the last time they connected. The last time he called her was on June 13th, and the call was not accepted. Now, the last call that maybe let me see. I think you guys have heard all of these. This was the day after court. Let me see that last time he called you. Let me tell you, this is where's the guy who sounds like he's drunk? Hold on a second. Let me see if this is it.
Thank you for using. Put what in there yet?
Got to put the money on the books.
Wait, hold on. This is not it. Wait. I have to load it. I have to look at my notes because I don't remember everybody's phone number.
They do that. I don't do it. They do it.
Okay, listen.
So
Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know who this is. I do not know who these people are. This is not Ernesto, and this is not, I don't think that this is Ernesto's lawyer, okay? So, I'm going to preface this, okay? All right, let's see.
Yeah, he might. 2 days.
then they'll transport
So now you got
Oakland County Courthouse.
Can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear this? Okay, tell me when you guys can hear this voice, okay?
So you can't blame me for paid today, you know. Well, I had
Let me
you
get
for
it to-
using Global
Okay, here we go.
Telling.
Hey, Jimmy.
Can you hear? Okay, so he said, "Okay, Jimmy." Okay, okay, Jimmy. There is literally a series of calls to a number that I'm not going to say because obviously I'm not going to give out the number. And I'm talking about January 30th, February 6th, March 1st. I think that's it. Up to April 18th. Okay. I don't know who Jimmy is. Maybe Jimmy is the bail bondsman. This is on the recordings. Okay. Listen.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hey,
This is some
Jimmy.
exclusive.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting on you, buddy.
Well, I had a guy offer me $50 more to bond him out. So I switched the bond.
You switched the bond? Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna get out of here. I ain't gonna never get out of here.
So I got an extra 50 and he paid today, you know.
An extra 50.
So,
I'm paying 500.
I know, but he paid $1,550.
So anyone who has come to me and said, I don't know that someone else is using Ernesto's code, come again because I didn't just pull this call out of my ass. Okay. But you know, at the end of the day, I got time today and it's already pulled up. So why not tell you how I came to my theory of so he must have switched with someone named Jimmy, but Jimmy was clearly waiting on a bond. And this is a conversation revolving around a bond. So let's listen to a little bit, but we're not going to get in the weeds with this because someone's going to get confused and we're just going to, like I said, there's a series of calls to this number. And maybe he's just the local bondsman that everybody is calling. I don't know, but this is clearly not Nesto. And they talked about somebody named Jimmy. Okay.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Wait.
Well, I had a guy offer me $50 more to bond him out. So I switched the bond.
You switched the bond? Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna get out of here. I ain't gonna never get out of here.
So I got an extra 50 and he paid today, you know.
An extra 50.
So,
I'm paying 500.
I know, but he paid $1,550.
Damn.
You were only offering $1,500. So you can't blame me for switching, can you?
I can't blame you for that. Can you get me in there with him then? Get all the money here. What you got going on, man?
I'm on the way to get you.
You on the way to get me now?
Yeah, I got your bond.
How you gonna get me?
You'll get transferred over to Carroll here in the next day or so.
What you gotta do now?
I got to take the bond to the Fulton County Courthouse or the Fulton County Sheriff's Office.
Oh. You gotta take. I thought my sister said the bond was already done.
It is. I got it right here in front of me.
Oh, okay. So now you got.
But it's got. Now I got to take it to the sheriff's office in Fulton County,
And then they got.
and then they'll transport you to Carroll.
Oh, so there'll be another 2 days before they get me out of here.
Well, I don't know. They might do it today. You never know.
Yeah, they might. They might. Well, I was my sister had me understanding that everything had been done. I was waiting on these folks to come get me now.
No, that's not him.
I told her exactly.
Okay, let's see what he says in the next one. I don't know if this is the one. This might not be that. Let's see. This is some funny stuff. I was like, how do I explain this to the YouTube streets? They're never going to believe that this is what's going on. But I was like, whatever. I'm just going to stick with Shirley.
For English, press.
I'm not going to even bother.
No new charge.
Okay.
And recording. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hey, Jimmy.
Pass the biscuits and gravy in the bacon.
Jimmy is a clown, okay?
And recording. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hey, Jimmy.
Pass the biscuits and gravy in the bacon. Hello.
Too late, they gone. You got to get up early, eat breakfast around here. Anyway, I talked to this lady at the bonding place down at Fulton County Jail. I got the number here if you don't have it and if you ever need it, if you want to get it. She told me that I have three additional new charges, right?
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
had,
First of all, give me the number.
all right, 404.
Girl, I don't know what he's getting ready to say. 404. Is that a new number? Well, that might be a
42.
phone number. Let me not.
And my booking number, you know what that is? 221.
Okay, hold on. That might give us a clue of who he switched with. Maybe I can figure. Thank you, Bougie Gang. Maybe I can crack the code after all. Because if I can figure out and look up the booking number, y'all. Hello. If I can look up the booking number he's giving Jimmy, I can look it up on Fulton County. And then maybe we can request that other person. Girl, it's a lead. Okay. Let me skip over that part because sis.
The phone number down there is
Ooh,
404.
ooh,
She
ooh.
said the bond is good, but I got three initial new charges, right?
Okay.
I had her to tell me what those three charges was. End up, there are two new misdemeanor new charges. I also went back and put on me. She said, yes, sir, you did come in with one initial charge.
One initial charge.
Possession. I said, yeah. Where these other charges come from? She said, also, after he booked you in, came back and added two charges.
Oh.
So that's what these, and I never knew nothing about them till now. We never knew nothing about it till now.
Okay.
After 7 months. Anyway, the third charge, she's told me the charges, and guess what the third charge is? They're calling Carroll County a charge. I said, ma'am, that's not a charge. That's a hold. I said, Carroll County got a, Carroll County got a charge. They got a hold for you, and they got a charge on you. I said, no, they don't have no charge on me, ma'am. They have a hold on me for violation of probation. So she said, well,
Okay.
okay.
All right, let's look at this other one. So these conversations were taking place in January and February, and then here we go April. I think Sir is still there.
County.
Carroll County. Hello?
Is this CD?
This is CD.
Okay.
Okay, CD, some dude named CD and Jimmy.
Hello?
Is this CD?
This is CD.
Okay.
All right.
What's that?
CD is still sitting here. What did you find out yesterday?
All right. When I called them yesterday, they said they were coming to pick you up to take you to Cobb County.
Carroll County.
To Carroll County.
Right.
All right.
Okay. These calls are like about 5 or so minutes apiece. This is an example of, and I think there's more. There's another set of calls where there's a guy calling this older woman, and she's like, "You got a pencil?" Like it's a whole mess. Okay, like there's several calls on here to that effect. I and that's what that is. Okay, now I'm gonna see what I can do. Look up that booking number. And I'm going to see if that booking number cross references on Fulton to a name. And they said CD. So if CD Country Girl, not Country Dwayne, is that a cousin to Country Wayne? Okay. Guys, I figured out a way to play the calls and not have to download them, but it's like you have to be so careful because they could be giving out people's numbers and all kinds of stuff. So it's like you got to be so careful because this is the unedited, like raw. Okay. Um, Nesto's booking starts with 221. That's actually, yeah, that's public information too, because it's on the Fulton website. Friend, I didn't realize you had some. Girl, I got 2 whole entire CD-ROM discs. Okay. When they sent me this, I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with some damn CD-ROMs? And I got on Amazon, of course, and looked. And then I said, you know what, let me see if they got it on Best Buy. Because I got a Best Buy, obviously like in close proximity to the house. So I went and got an LG. It's a ultra slim portable DVD writer. I got that just for you guys. Um, and went and it was like $33. It was nothing, and it's right in my computer, and I have it now forever. So yeah. So if you guys let me spend some time in these calls, because I'm going to be honest, phone calls from prison is doing an amazing job releasing all of this stuff, and that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm a commentary person, so me working on all of these calls, like, it discombobulates my brain, and then I can't focus on the commentary. So they're excellent. um and if you guys hadn't heard our interview, go and check it out. But yeah, phone calls from prison, they do some really good work. They really do. And I had a chance to have a sit down talk with them, with you guys, and phone calls from prison a couple months ago. And if you haven't heard that interview, it is posted in the playlist, so go check it out. But we can definitely listen to some, because I don't think that they will post any of these. And I'm gonna do some little research and see what I can come up with that booking number, and yada yada yada, you get it, and see what I can figure out. Okay. If I can figure out and crack the code, because if it's a matter of requesting, if we've just maybe there's a couple of people on here that are making calls. It might be two or three. And if I can figure out who's who, at least we know that there's a booking number in one, and there could be some in another. We might be able to find where Ernesto's making his calls, because I don't believe for a minute that Ernesto is not on the phone somewhere. This guy has to be on the phone. Like, can we all agree on that? Ernesto is not just sitting somewhere not making phone calls. Ernesto's talking his ass off somewhere. We just don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of time while I'm not live today, and see what I can come up with, and do a little research. Because if I can cross reference that booking number, then it's possible that we may find where he's making calls, because he's making calls somewhere. Okay. Um, he can message, I think, specific people, like the wife, the lawyer. I don't know if he was texting Sonia or not. He's able to get through to some people, but I think there's some costs involved. He loves to talk. He's talking somewhere, somehow. He's not doing it under his pin, because he already knows. If he didn't know it's on the streets, he definitely knows. Dion has already ran him the tea, and he's talking to Dion. That's his favorite son. Okay. Do we know when they made requests for calls? I don't know. Well, when phone calls from prison, see, phone calls from prison, that I was watching that channel, and I commented to them about this case, and that's what got them doing Shirley and Nesto. That was sometime in August. When I requested calls, hold on a second, I can tell you, because I've got my letter here from Cobb County. Hold on. When you go to Cobb County, you basically have to open an account. Hold on. Is this it? Y'all, I've got so much paperwork on my desk. It's ridiculous. They sent me a printout of my account. When was this? Let me look on the disk. Oh. That was disc number 2. I don't remember. I think it was. What's the date on here? Is there a date? Postage on the back. Okay. The The was sent UPS tracking. The UPS tracking date was 9/8/23. I'm sure they got theirs probably about a week or two prior. So let's just say they got theirs sometime in August. If you go back into some of whenever their videos, I had commented maybe on the I commented on the Susan Smith video, and we started talking in there, and they said they were going to look into it, and then she messaged me back like a week later and said that they got the request and that they were going to have the disc soon, and they would tag me when they started dropping the calls, and the rest is, so if you have anyone out there you're interested in hearing about, just drop them a request. They take requests. um Girl, the Amber, not the Amber Alerts, but the national, uh that siren, whatever that thing is, the national alert system that they did the other day got a lot of people busted with the illegal cell phones in the jails. Anyway, guys, I feel like we've gone through a lot today. This was fun, kind of like an impromptu listening to calls. Let me go through some of these and see, because there's some stuff that I'm sure they're not releasing to the YouTube streets. Um, like I said, um I really have not been dropping. I think there's definitely some interesting calls, and we can always go back and revisit stuff. Let me find some more of these random calls. Not that you guys want to listen to all of these, but I think that it could possibly give us clues to where's Ernesto making calls. Okay, that's the thing. So let me get back through some of these random calls, because these random calls, when I figured out, when I was like, that is not Ernesto, I just kind of skipped over them. But that'll be my homework today. I'm going to listen to some of these random calls and see if I can get a clue as to who these people are. And when I can figure out who these people are, that may be how I can figure out whose pen he's using. Okay. Because in April, CD was still there, and Jimmy, the bail bondsman, hadn't been able to get him out yet because he still has issues. I Yeah, they're very, very sweet. They're very nice people. I appreciate them. You know what I mean? Like, we all helped each other. You know what I mean? That's social media. They were doing something anyway. They were doing this anyway. They just weren't doing this story. And they didn't, I gave them some awareness to it, and it's worked out lovely for all of us because I've enjoyed doing this. This whole series is a blast, and I've enjoyed this so much, and I don't even think we're through the halfway mark. Even though there might not be a whole lot of calls, there's definitely trial coming, and Shirley's out here living her life. And there's so much documentation and all kinds of stuff to go through. This case has not even really begun yet. The man's still sitting in jail pending charges and indictments and pending trial. So we're not even halfway through this thing yet. So at the end of the day, like, this was a great find for all of us out here. So it's been quite a juicy soap opera. Um Ernest doesn't realize that switching up makes him look like yes, absolutely, especially if we figure it out. Girl, especially if we figure it out. Okay. Oh, thank you, Barbie. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But there's a lot of good commentary out here. So definitely spread the love around. Um, but yeah, if you haven't caught that interview, it was so good. I will definitely put it in the first pin comment of this video. I'm gonna drop this. Let me drop this down, because honestly, I would die if this screen, because I don't want anyone's private phone numbers. You know what I mean? Like, sis isn't perfect, but I'm definitely not trying to put out anyone's information. So look, I just took it down, so it's good. I just wanted to be sure that I did not reveal anything that was not to be revealed. So, because then I also got to go back and edit and all that stuff, and some of that gets to be a lot sometimes. Um, Okay, guys, I feel like we had a really good catch up today. If I missed anything or there's something you guys want to talk about, let me know. But I think next time we're going to get together, we're going to go back to episode 1 because I think going back and re-listening to some of this stuff, like when we re-listened to episode 3 the other day, that was a really good one. Also, keep in mind, just to plug just a little bit further, phone calls from prison did separate all of the videos now into a very cool playlist. And you guys know I'm all about a playlist. So we do need to do Dion and Shirley. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do episode 1 and we're going to do a Dion and Shirley. Those Dion and Shirley calls are long. So between Dion and Shirley and between episode 1, that could take us through the rest of this week because it's already Tuesday. Um, and then God only knows what else they're dropping. I think they put up a comment today on their community post that they were dropping something tonight. So, and that might be juicy. I do not even know because honestly, I have the calls, but it's been such a luxury the fact that they are editing and putting everything up that I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do what I do, which is the commentary. And you know what I'm saying? Like we're just, and that's it. So it was I could focus on what I do best, right? Even though I do like to edit, but listening to the hours and hours and hours of calls gets to be a lot and it scrambles it does a little bit of scramble of my brain when I'm trying to talk to you guys about specific stuff because it gets to be a lot because it just gets to be a lot. It gets to be a little bit overwhelming, but um my specific task this week is to listen to the random non-Nesto calls for some clues so we can try to figure out where Nesto's calling from. That's what I'm going to do. Other than that, the next reactions coming up, you will find those over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, and those will be the Dion Shirley calls. That's what you guys want to do next. And of course, we'll do our little afternoon, lunchtime, chitty chat. I mean, this seems to work pretty good as long as my schedule is good. So we'll meet up here most lunch times around this time. New subscriber from Central Pennsylvania by way of North Jersey. Okay. North Jersey. I am a Bergen County girl, speaking of New Jersey. And so North Jersey for me would be Englewood. So if you're familiar with Bergen County, that's where I'm from, sis. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I wonder why Sonia cut him off. Probably because she maybe got a bump upside the head and realized that dealing with from Passaic, okay. I went to Paramus Catholic, so I went to school with some people from Passaic. Um, I maybe realizing that dealing number one with a married man is not cool. Dealing with a married man isn't going to get you very far. Um, and he's in jail and he's not getting out anytime soon. So maybe realizing that might have been a good thing. North Carolina, I'm in Charlotte now. Jersey here also, Essex County. Welcome, Jersey. Jersey's in the house. Yes, absolutely. Um, but yeah, I'm in Charlotte now. But yeah, Englewood was my official home probably up until about 6 years ago. My parents finally we sold my parents' house. My parents passed away. Um in the house that I lived in my whole entire life. My dad, left this earth last and then we sold the house and um so I haven't been home. Actually was home to Englewood last November, but I haven't been home. It's our school, it's our reunion too, this month, but I'm not going to be able to go. But yeah, I love New Jersey. I absolutely love it and I miss it so much. But I mean I love North Carolina too, but New Jersey will always I will that's always going to be my home state and my hometown of Englewood. So obviously I'm very proud to be from New Jersey because I think I probably tell at least one of my audiences every day that I'm from New Jersey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Actually this is my mom's birth month. So my mom is her birthday is at the end of this month. Both of my parents are Scorpios, okay? Um and yes, so This is my mom's birthday month, and then my dad is next month on November 9th, and my mom was October 28th. Your reunion is this month too? Wow. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Union County is here. All my New Jersey, all my Northeast, all my tri-state area folks, stand up. Bougie Gang, you guys are amazing. I'm loving doing these lunchtime lives. So we'll keep this up like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, try to do a little bit like an hour, get caught up on, whatever we've been talking about. Um, Maybe not 5 days, but it could be 4 days, as much as it makes sense, right? Middlesex, what's going on, guys? Stand up, Union County. Wow, lots of people from New Jersey. And thank you. Let me see who that was. Tion, thank you. Yeah, it was a tough blow. They died within about 6 months from each other, not to be a downer. But they were married well over 50 years. My parents met very, very young. They immigrated here from Haiti and they moved to Flushing, Queens. And from Flushing, Queens, they ended up buying a house in Englewood, New Jersey, where I was born at Englewood Hospital. And and so it goes. I don't want to bore you with the whole entire story, but they were a awesome couple. I lived on Hudson Avenue. Oh my God. That was my street, Hudson Avenue, just across the Hudson River. Absolutely. True love, very much so. Hi, Miss Helena. Is it a Haitian sis? So yeah, my parents, obviously I was born here, as I stated, my little sister Colette, and then I have three other siblings that were born in Haiti. And true to fashion, when my parents first came to United States, they stayed in Haiti for about a year or two with my grandmother. And then once my parents got settled and everything, they went, got the kids, brought them here to the States, and the rest is history. And we were pretty much here ever since. So I'm a first generation American citizen. So, but yes, very much a typical story of a lot of people in the Northeast. But definitely, I mean, let's see, if you're a New Yorker, you have friends from everywhere, pretty much. Absolutely. So you guys are so much fun. I'm so glad that we're, building some community over here. All of you guys who've come over from Love Lies and Lace Fronts, and all of you who are coming from Real Talk Bougie over to Love Lies and Lace Fronts. I thank you guys so much that you guys are enjoying all of this content, because it's fun. I grew a huge love for YouTube over probably the last 10 years, and I would listen almost podcast style in my car on my way to and from work. And when the pandemic came, like for a lot of people, I got laid off like a month and a half into the pandemic, and I started doing my YouTube pretty much full time. So, and then went back to work like about 2 years ago, and I stopped working again like 6 months ago. So, and so now I'm doing this full time. If the season comes that I decide to go back to work and do another contract or something, then I'll do that. But right now I'm loving doing this. I'm loving stay at home momming and being here for my daughter, being able to, do more for my family and not be as stressed. And I so appreciate it so much that you know, that our family situation allows me to be able to, kind of do this. So it's fun. Anyway, guys, that's a little bit about me. Sometimes I don't feel as comfortable talking about me since these channels are not necessarily focused on me. But I do appreciate the opportunity to get to talk to you guys a little bit and for you guys to learn just a little bit about your girl. And because you guys may not be as familiar if you're just now finding my channel. But anyway, this was so much fun today, guys. We want it all. Absolutely. Isn't that's the dream, right? And to be able to do it how you want to do it. It's also, having it all, doesn't do you any good unless you have it the way you want it. And sometimes the price to pay for it is too high. You know what I mean? Because we've had the conversation about Shirley and Sheridan, and Shirley kind of sacrificing her momming because of her career aspirations. And even though she says she had to work and she had things to do and she had to support her family and all of the things, um, she decided to work her dream job and let her mom raise her daughter. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if she's got regrets over that now, that's something for her to have to figure out. But sometimes you have to sacrifice the dream job or the sexy relationship to be able to handle the business at hand. And I'm just going to segue that back into me. I am so grateful that I was able to segue working from home and not commuting an hour back and forth from work, and to be able for our one daughter to be able to give her my undivided attention now and more quality time rather than always being in a damn rush to go somewhere or racing to get somewhere or spending a lot of time in the car. Being able to make the decisions that, my husband, doing what, his job, and then me, staying at home was a better decision for our family. And I'm just so grateful for that because, I could try to go get back out there if I really wanted to. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, at this point when we have, a tween who needs me. She's needed me the whole way, but it's just, it's just working out so much better. And sometimes you just have to make those tough decisions and venture out and do some other things, right? And find those different opportunities, because those different opportunities can sometimes yield you the same result. Okay. Sometimes the untraditional versus the traditional that makes you comfortably uncomfortable may not be the route. Sometimes finding that non-traditional makes you happy. You could actually make the same money or even better. You can do a lot of different things. So at the end of the day, I definitely am a big proponent for follow your dreams, but sometimes even in that, making an obvious sacrifice, you'll get your blessings at the end. You know what I mean? So, anyway, guys, I'm going to just leave you on that note. You guys have a wonderful day. Today has been awesome. It's so wonderful to get to know you guys. And I will see you guys next time I go live, post another video, or do a premiere. See you later. Take care. Have a great day, guys.